In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Ladies and gentlemen, today we delve into a pressing issue that plagues societies worldwide, the insidious chain reaction of corruption. Mr. President, this phenomenon not only undermines trust in institutions, but also perpetuates a cycle of moral decay as highlighted by the words of a former US President, Lyndon B. Johnson. If we are to live together in peace, we must come to know each other better. Mr. President, corruption often begins with a seemingly innocuous act, a small bribe, a favor granted in exchange for loyalty. Yet, Mr. President, as noted by the economist Joseph Stiglitz, corruption is like a cancer that grows and spreads with each act inspiring further wrongdoing. Mr. President, this initial compromise can set off a cascade of unethical behavior where the norm shifts from integrity to expediency. Mr. President, consider the case of a public official who accepts a bribe to overlook regulatory violations. This similar act not only tarnishes their integrity, but creates an environment where others feel justified in pursuing similar actions. Mr. President, as the late Nigerian writer Chinua Achebe observed, the trouble with Nigeria is simply and scarcely a failure of leadership. Mr. President, when leaders engage in corruption, they set a precedent legitimizing all prisons in the eyes of their subordinates and the public. Mr. President, the ramifications extend beyond individual actors. The ramifications extend beyond individual actors. Corruption erodes public trust and debtors investment. A study by the World Bank found that countries with high levels of corruption see a significantly reduced foreign direct investment. This economic stagnation leads to higher unemployment, further breeding discontent, and often resulting in social unrest. As the philosopher Plato warned, the greatest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to you. Mr. President, moreover, the chain reaction of corruption is exacerbated in societies where accountability is weak. In such context, individuals may feel that ethical behavior is futile. This cyclical nature is poignantly illustrated by the words of a former British Prime Minister, Tony Blair. We must beware of needless innovation, especially when guided by logic. Mr. President, to combat this pervasive issue, we must champion transparency and accountability. Initiatives such as whistleblower protections and robust anti-corruption framework are essential. Mr. President, as the renowned activist Malala Yousafzai stated, when the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. Mr. President, we must all raise our voices against corruption, recognizing that each action contributes to a broader movement towards integrity. Mr. President, to cut the long story short, the chain reaction of corruption is a profound threat to our societal health. It is a clarion call for vigilance, action, and moral fortitude. Let us heed the wisdom of Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Mr. President, together we can disrupt this cycle and foster a culture of integrity and trust. Thank you.